Give me the fucking one that's already open. What are you gonna
We're live now, ladies. Big 3 boxing. All right, here we go. We're back at it again. Two Cans Tavern.
Real, raw, and uncut.
Raw, just how this guy likes it. Big 3 boxing, baby. First of all, we had some pretty big news. A pretty eventful week in boxing. R.I.P. to one of the greatest ever.
Fighters ever.
Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker, I guess, got killed in Virginia. He was only, 55 years old?
Shit,
and
man.
so, I don't know, man. It was tragedy, and rest in peace to Sweet Pea.
Peace, Sweet Pea.
And, actually, a little note on Sweet Pea. For those who don't know, he's the first one to give a blemish to the greatest Mexican fighter ever. He gave him his draw. Chavez was 87-0 coming into that fight. And he got a draw against Sweet Pea, but most people argue that that he got robbed. He might have beat Chavez. I don't know. Do you remember that fight?
I had Pernell Whitaker winning.
You think he got robbed?
I think he should have gotten the decision.
I think he got the decision. Pernell got him.
Well, since I'm a huge Chavez supporter, I like the draw. But yeah, no, I think in all reality, I think Pernell should have gotten it by one round, like 7-5. I think because he did a masterpiece job of just. He wasn't even
defensive.
hit.
He was just defensive.
He was a master, and rest in peace to him.
Defensive. He was the first Floyd.
Yeah, so there you go. One for him, and
cheers.
Damn. Also, wanted to give a special shout out to Santa Ana's finest boxer right now,
Ronnie Rios.
Goddamn.
Yeah,
Santa Ana.
Ronnie.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
A man got down.
Rios.
A man got down at the Dignity Health on Saturday. And he beat Diego de la Hoya, which is Oscar de la Hoya's first cousin.
Fight of the year candidate right there.
I don't know about fight of the year because there's only 5 rounds.
But I mean, it was action packed.
Hey, you can't hang on that, Marquez. But Oscar only went 7 rounds.
Oh, but that was a fucking bloodbath. Are you kidding me?
From round 2 to where it ended, it was all action packed.
No, it was a badass fight, but I'm just saying, I don't know if has there ever been a fight of the year with like 5 rounds or 6 rounds?
It's candidate. I'm not saying it's gonna win. I'm saying it's a candidate. It'll be up there.
Oh, isn't it? It's a good ass fight, and now Ronnie Rios improves to 31-3 with 15 knockouts, which is pretty fucking solid if you ask me. And he is Santa Ana's finest boxer. Representing Santa Ana. Oh, shout out to the Mongers Inc., baby. And shout out to the president of Mongers Inc., Lalo. Even though he's a fucking crook, but hey, he's all right, I guess. We're still in his league.
Yeah.
So so that out of the way. Wanted to give those special shout outs. I wanted to give a special shout out to my favorite truck, taco truck here in Santa Ana, the Taco Connection. You guys come to Santa Ana, go right there on Main and Central. Oh, and don't stop by that. There's 2 trucks in the corner on Main and Central. Don't stop by those shitty ones. If you want to get the runs, go ahead and stop there. But I wouldn't recommend it. Go a little bit deeper in there, you'll see the Taco Connection. Best tacos in town. You don't need to drive to LA or TJ for some good, authentic Mexican tacos. That's the real shit right there. So today's podcast. Oh, by the way, and on those other lunch trucks that I was telling you to not go, I heard they have a couple of rats in there too. So fuck that. Don't do it. So today we're gonna do the Mount Rushmore of Mexican boxing, which is
it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Probably
it's gonna be hard.
One of the toughest things that any boxing fan, I don't care who you are. I mean, goddamn, we have it's ridiculous. We have so many great legends in Mexican boxing. I mean, so
we gotta put it.
It's gonna be a hard one. I think you had a probably tough time, and
I'm still having a hard time.
You're still debating,
I'm still debating who to pick.
My top 3 are just legit. 4th one's the one that's up in the air.
I think we're gonna agree on one, and I think everybody agrees on one. So I don't know who wants to start off first. I mean, that's anybody's.
I'll start it off.
All right, we'll go with this guy first. Parker, my boy Parker's Mount Rushmore is only 4 heads on the Mount Rushmore. So let me see what.
First of all, I got like 20 nicknames. So fucking Parker, fucking AKA RC, AKA Popes for my family that knows me. All right, so. Like I said, it's not easy. We have some of the all-time great boxers in history, so it's a tough one. So I'm gonna give my top 4. I'm gonna give some honorable mention that possibly could be on somebody else's list. So I start off with Chavez. I mean, what can you say? He was a beast. He was a beast. The all-time great. Second, I gotta go with. Finito Lopez. I think he's the only fighter that I know, champion and Hall of Famer that retired undefeated as an amateur and as a professional boxer. So big ups to Finito Lopez.
That fool never lost in the amateurs either.
Never lost.
So
God
he's like,
damn.
he can say, he's like, I never lost a fight in my life.
Never lost ever. Huh?
Yeah,
Wait
so-
a minute, but no, I think Andre Ward also never lost in amateurs. I think he only lost like as a kid, like when he was like 11 years old or something.
Like he lost.
It was that amateur.
Yeah, he lost. He's got
Finito lost a street fight, bro.
Finito lost the street fight. They jumped him. Yeah, so that's the only fucking way they fucking beat the man. So I guess so we got what? Julio Cesar Chavez. We got Finito. We got two more slots.
And this is where it's hard. I gotta give one to Salvador Sanchez because even though he passed away early, he's still considered one of the greatest featherweights in history, if not the greatest. And I think if he wouldn't have died early, he definitely would have been in the top 15 of all time.
He was ready to fight Orgullo on that time. He was ready to fight
Arguello. And he only had one loss when he died. He died at 23 years old. He was young. He was
Car
young.
accident.
Man, tragedy right there. And
Speeding in a Porsche, boy.
Damn, living the fast life.
There you go.
Hey, and did you know, by the way, on Salvador Sanchez that fool he beat pretty much
Asuma
Nelson, which is
win.
Asuma Nelson, for those who don't know, is pretty much Ghana's greatest fighter ever, or Africa.
Shout out
the whole
to Bazooka.
Oh yeah,
I Corte.
I Corte, but he didn't fight I Corte.
Between those two,
Asuma Nelson is widely regarded as the best ever from you know what, I'm gonna say all of Africa, the continent of Africa, because I mean, who else can you think that's better than Asuma Nelson from all of Cameroon, Nigeria? He never had a better. So he beat that guy, the best fighter from Africa, in his prime, and he also beat Wilfredo Gomez, which is
knockout artist,
which is considered probably Puerto Rico's finest fighter, right? I mean,
he was knocking everybody out before he fought.
Listen to this stat: Wilfredo Gomez, when he retired with 44 wins. Only 3 losses and 42 knockouts, which is 96% knockout ratio.
Did you know Asuma Nelson was a late replacement on that one too?
Was he?
Yeah, he was a late replacement on that motherfucker.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he thought it was gonna be an easy fucking fight.
Oh yeah, no. Well, think again, nerd.
Yeah.
Salvador Sanchez fucked up Puerto Rico's finest fighter ever and Ghana's finest fighter ever. So Salvador Sanchez was a beast. So you got him at 3. So he got Chavez. He's got Finito. He's got Sanchez. Salvador Sanchez.
The fourth one is where it gets tricky because there's a lot of fucking great ones. There's like Marquez, Barrera, Morales, one of my favorite boxers. Oscar de la Hoya. We're counting Mexican Americans as well. So he got. I think his career is not over, but he's only 28. I think he will be up there when his career is over. I'm talking about Canelo. So this one is a tough one. And fuck, man, I don't even know who to pick, but I might have to go with I'm gonna do 2 for the. I'm gonna cut it in.
Can't do that shit, bro.
Yeah, never mind. What the fuck are you doing? You're doing this shit again, Parker.
Oh, that's fucking Tony.
Half a face and shit.
I
don't put Barrera Morales right next to each other.
I don't see a fucking Mount Rushmore with like half of George Washington, half Obama and shit.
Hey, you guys gonna put a gun on me, though? I gotta pick one. Man, that's fucking hard,
don't
bro.
do this shit again.
Damn, you know what? Because Morales is my favorite boxer. After Chavez, I gotta go with Eric Morales. He was the first time a Mexican has ever won in 4 divisions. He's the one. My honorable mentions is like I said, Oscar de la Hoya, Canelo, Barrera, Marquez. All of them could be on Mount Rushmore. That's a fact. Yep. They're all beasts. But this is my top 4.
De La Hoya was what, 6th division champ?
6th division champ.
And a fucking gold medal, right?
Yeah, he's the only one in boxing history to have a gold medal and to win a title in 6 divisions. Ever.
Even though, let's be clear, on the gold medal, he did win it for the U.S. You know, it was but he's Mexican.
We're counting Mexican Americans.
No, he's Mexican. We're Mexican Americans. We're Mexican Americans, but we're fucking Mexican. So I mean, let's cut the bullshit. So, all right. Well, that's a solid ass top 4, and believe it or not, unbelievably, we didn't talk about this shit before, and I actually agree. I got my Mount Rushmore.
You got the same as me?
Yeah, I got Julio Cesar Chavez. I got Finito Lopez. Julio Cesar Chavez, by the way, let me give you some stats on him. He retired with a record of 107 wins, 6 losses, and 86 knockouts, which is an 80% knockout
and those
ratio.
6 losses, those are fucking way past his career, man.
He was 89-0 when he got his first loss.
Yeah, and he beat a few Hall of Famers. That some people that question his resume.
More
Check his resume. He beat some solid ass fighters.
And one of them, he lost. One loss was to Frankie Randall. He was all coked the fuck out, man. What the fuck, dude? He broke his ribs and he still kept on fighting. That's not fair.
The man was having a great time the night before. You know, Frankie Randall was a little yayoed out.
He was fighting Iron Man at that time, man.
The man had a couple of rounds before the fight. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But no, yeah, there is. Don't do that shit. It's cheating. And then, of course, we said Ricardo Finito Lopez. Let me tell you a stat about that guy. He retired with 51-0 with 38 knockouts for 75 knockout percentage. He had 22 title defenses. So 51-0, and he retired like that. And wait, everybody makes a big deal about Mayweather with that fake ass 50-0. And that 50 shouldn't even count because he fought McGregor,
a novice boxer.
Yeah, on his first professional boxing fight. Who the fuck sanctioned that shit? That should have been counted as a what do you call those exhibition.
We're not hating on Mayweather. He's one of the greats, but that win shouldn't count in his boxing.
He
record.
Should be 49-0.
49-0.
That 50 was bullshit.
You gotta come back and get that 50 and give Canelo the rematch real quick.
And,
come on, Mayweather.
But there's another fighter that just happened to break. Finito and
some Asian guy, right?
Some Asian guy. I forgot his name. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck about who's he fighting?
No, but I'm saying he's got the record. It's a record. So
whatever. Chavez was 89-0 before he lost to Randall, you know. But whatever.
I'm just saying like.
Right now, I hear you. Didn't Chris John also retire like close to 50-0?
He lost one.
He lost one.
He had one. He lost one, and he had like 3 or 4 draws
and quite a few robberies too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I got Chavez, Finito Lopez. I also have Salvador Sanchez. We said he retired with 44-1, 32 knockouts, and he was only 23 years old when he had the car accident and died. And he turned pro at 16 years old.
16.
So, and like you said, he beat Puerto Rico's finest and Ghana's finest. So
that's a fact.
You know what?
That's a fact.
And also I saw on his resume that he beat Trinidad Senior. So he beat Felix Trinidad's dad. So he beat a lot of people's ass.
The Indian Danny Red Lopez, I believe.
That's
his name. He was a solid fighter, and Sanchez beat him.
And on my number 4, we said I agreed with this guy. We have the Terrible Morales. The man. Not only did he fight 2 trilogies with Pacquiao and with Barrera, two Hall of Famers, fucking for sure. And two of the guys that nobody wants to get in the ring with, and he fought them at their prime. 2 trilogies, and he was the first one to beat Manny Pacquiao here in the States when Manny Pacquiao came over here.
A legit win.
He was beating everybody. Says he had beat Marquez or drew with Marquez, and he had beat Barrera. And then he wanted to test his luck with Morales, and Morales just absolutely schooled him. Like that fucker even turned southpaw in the 12th round.
He almost got fucked up.
Yeah, you know that was a close one. He should have never turned. He almost got his ass knocked out.
He's just being cocky, man.
Yeah, but he did it. So those are my 4, and I'll tell you what though. If this guy wins in November or December when he's fighting, I'm gonna put him in, and I'm gonna replace one of these guys that I just said, Andy Ruiz, just for being the first Mexican heavyweight.
Cheers,
and I don't
Andy.
think it's ever gonna happen again. It hasn't happened ever, and I don't see who else is gonna go to heavyweight, fucking, you know, and be the Mexican champion.
Andy Ruiz and Rushmore.
No, well, yeah, that's what I mean.
History, bro. It's historic.
You need a fucking heavyweight. You know, those fuckers are solid. So.
I don't know on fucking Ruiz, but just,
I don't know.
Why are you always talking shit?
Because you try to put him on pound for pound and shit, and then you try to do this shit. Like, come on, man.
Hey, you know what? If he wins the rematch, I'll do a half and half.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Put his fucking gut or something in there. You know what? Let's not even. All right, let's keep those 4 faces and put Reese's gut on the bottom of the mountain. And no knock on Reese, because I'm a fat ass too. So hey, Reese, if you're watching. Fucking, you're a bad motherfucker. This guy doesn't.
Nah, he's cool, man. He's fucking guy up, but one fight doesn't define
so
your whole
if
career.
he wins the next one,
yeah, I'll give him props. Damn.
You won't give him a Rushmore?
I give him props right now.
You won't put him on pound for pound?
If he beats Joshua,
top 5?
Yeah.
No, top 5. I put him in the top 10. I put him in the top 10, but not I would put the top 5, dog. Who am I gonna replace in the top 5?
I don't know. You got some.
I'm not gonna replace Spence. I'm not gonna replace Usyk. I'm not gonna replace Crawford, Lomachenko, or fucking.
One fight.
Okay. Let's say Spence
It's like saying,
supporter.
Salido beat fucking Lamacheco. You're gonna put a pound for pound top 5 real quick.
Don't be spicy,
That's
guys.
the same shit.
All right, whatever.
That's pretty much the same shit.
Anyway, and and some other notable fighters, like you said, we have Canelo, we have Marquez, you have Barrera. Everybody forgets about Zaragoza, which, by the way, Morales retired. We had Jose Luis Ramirez, which is a bad boy, and we got Carlos Zarate. Check this guy out,
motherfucker.
Carlos Zarate.
Knockouts.
That fool was when he retired, he was 66-4 with 63 knockouts.
The Ring magazine has him as one of the hardest pound for pound knockout artists in history.
And,
Carlos Zarate.
And we also have Chiquita Gonzalez, Lupe Pintor. You know what? It's an embarrassment of riches that we have in Mexican boxing. It's just ridiculous, and it, you know, it's a good problem
and
to
the
have.
list is growing.
Yep.
Yeah, and we've left out a shitload of names. So that's my list. That's his list. And now let's get to this motherfucker's list because I think you got to roll on a little bit, right?
I got the same thing. I got Chavez, I got Finito, and I got Sanchez.
The fourth one is
Okay. What's the fourth?
I like me.
Yeah.
But I like my boy De La Hoya, dude.
De La Hoya?
I like De La Hoya.
I don't hate him
I
now.
like De La Hoya because his resume just speaks volumes.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
fought
check
everybody.
this shit
He
out,
fought
you know?
everybody.
He beat Trinidad.
He
He
and
fucked up
Mosley in
and-
the second fight. He beat Mosley in the second fight.
And fucking Mosley was all balcoed out and shit, you know?
He was
Cheating
all balcoed
again,
out.
You know? There you go.
So
And it's, dude, he just fought everybody.
And
And,
you know
he
what?
was the golden
Let me
boy.
bring it-
But he was the golden boy, and he had the right opportunity to fucking duck whoever he wanted to duck, and then just go for the easy money. But he never did. He just fought whoever was there, the top fighters, everybody, and he didn't care, dude. You know.
That's a fact.
That's
And
what I like about him and shit.
Let me give a fact. You know how people boxing where they try to clown, like they say the biggest robbery was Chavez versus Whitaker. The Mosley De La Hoya fight, second fight, De La Hoya actually outlanded him more than Whitaker did Chavez. So if you guys are gonna say robbery for that fight, you guys gotta give De La Hoya credit and say he was robbed just as same as you guys claim for Whitaker beat Chavez easily.
right.
It's the same thing as Manny Pacquiao, you know. He had fucking catch weight for fucking. He couldn't make weight, dude. He was eating fucking deer meat and shit. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, it was a money grab.
Coke
all right,
and Coke.
It was money grab.
He's
You
at
know,
Coke and deer
but
meat.
the same thing, you know, like fucking, you know.
Coke
Bring it back to
and-
Manny
Coke
Pacquiao.
and
You know,
Brosties.
he's an 8th division champ, right?
Yeah.
But like 4 of those
Two
fucking
of
two
them.
or three or something like that. He's fucking catch weights. He fucking does
But
catch
still,
weight
you
all
gotta,
the time,
yeah,
man.
but I gotta give him credit though.
I do give him credit.
He
you
fought
know?
some monsters.
Yeah,
you know,
I do give him credit.
So that's our Mount Rushmores. You know, we just had to do a quick one today because this clown's got to go play Little League basketball. He's the fucking still playing
You gotta
basketball.
go.
At fucking like 38.
He's a
Fucking
Bernard
like
Hopkins.
30. He's a Bernard Hopkins.
Hey, check it out. Shout out to my boy, Fat Rat Dan Raphael. Hey, he challenged you to a race and shit. You want to race fucking
I'm
Dan
trying to
Raphael?
fuck two fat guys.
Fool, beat
Fuck
your
that
ass.
fool. Yeah, this fucker's Bernard Hopkins or fucking Little League basketball. This fucker's all this fucking he's playing against fucking these 14-year-olds.
I like to say a big fuck you to Brian Campbell. Fuck you. You know who you are.
Oh yeah, Brian Campbell's an idiot.
There
So
you
anyways,
go.
that was our Mount Rushmore. Till fucking next week. And that's it. Episode 2.
All right,
Wrapping
stay
it
up.
up.